What up, world? While we're everywhere and nowhere at the same time, I would like to welcome you to Not For Nothing, the podcast where we aim to bring you hilarious conversations, incredible stories, and mind blowing insights. All hosted by the one, the only, Stevens Ramirez. Why settle for ordinary interviews while you can have extraordinary ones? With each episode, I will whisk you away on a wild ride, introducing you to some truly fantastic individuals who are ready to spill the beans on their life changing experiences and some of their most hilarious moments, and some moments that are probably will make you shed a tear. Get ready to buckle up, my friend, because this is not your average chat around the water cooler, where we diving deep into the realm of growth, understanding, and taking a peek at the world through a completely different lens. It's like stepping into a parallel universe of wisdom, laughter, sheer entertainment, and heartwarming moments. Join us on this exhilarating journey as we navigate the twists and turns of these conversations and unlocking a fresh perspective of the world and the people who call it home. You won't just be a listener, my friends. You'll be part of a vibrant community of growth, insight, and wisdom. And don't forget a little bit of laughs. Don't miss out on the inspiration and eye opening moments that await for you on Not For Nothing podcast. So grab a cup of coffee or maybe something stronger, plug in those earbuds, and get ready to embark on this roller coaster ride that we called life. Now, let the adventures begin. Starting today, usually before the show begins and all that, I'll answer some questions that some of my viewers, friends on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everyone, everywhere, presented some questions to talk about before the show starts. I'll start off with the quote of the day. What are your thoughts on the quote, "No man is an island"? And my insight to that is sometimes you do need a community or like-minded people to propel you forward, to allow you to smash goals, enjoy the journey, and place yourself in a better position. I would say from my experience, especially like going through COVID, I was an island. I wasn't alone per se. I had my partner, I had my wife, I had my daughter. I was set home. But moments where you want a community, or workout buddies, or just things that can propel you mentally, economically, socially, with like-minded individuals. And sometimes I would say, from my observation with regard to men, like, we, some of us, not most of us, we are crappy friends when it comes to being vulnerable. Because the moment we show a slither of vulnerability, we are judged, we are ostracized, and then we become cold. We were like, you know what? I'm not going to allow no one to utilize this as a weapon. And just trying to make sure that you are okay with your circle, and who you allow to be in your circle is also important too. The next question, or statement from the viewers: if you can time travel for a day, what would you do without altering history? I thought long and hard about this. Pause. um, but I would think I would probably go to like feudal Japan or like the Heian era, I'll definitely steal me a katana. Like I ain't gonna lie, like without altering history or none of that, I'll just take one katana. Yeah, a little foot soldier ain't gonna bother nobody, and just making sure. I don't know why I picked that particular history. I could have just gone anywhere else, but I just felt like that one since I'm like more into the samurai ideology or the mindset of stoicism or just trying to find peace within yourself. But yeah, that's my clear thoughts on that. And lastly, general characteristics and traits and how it helps you build into the person you are. Um, it depends on the environment, the people who raise you, um, the mindset that they installed into you. Because sometimes certain genetic codes can be inherited, and certain traumas would definitely set some people back, or even don't bubble up to the surface until they reach adulthood, or they become a parent, or they become a different form of social status. And it definitely shows the type of person you are. Um, not all the time per se, but just enough rapport for people to just get a glimpse of you. Like in the military, it's like, oh, my perception, your reality. So usually everyone's first impression of you is their idea of who you are, which it sucks to say because it's like don't judge a book by its cover until you read the table of contents. But it's it's definitely up to the individual, so to speak. Because like if I were to go on characteristics of like men or males, like it just generally speaking, and like what society would expect a male to do would be like, oh, leadership, assertiveness, resilience, emotional intelligence, accountability, openness to learning, and being very conscientious. Conscientious. Oh wow, getting tongue tied. Just having a level of communication with the people around us or them. Um, Especially like the tone is like, oh, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes being honest with people isn't always the best policy, and sometimes telling them lies isn't always the best outcome. But people definitely need to build a little bit of a tough skin at times, where it's like, hey, this is what you're perceiving. This is like what you're doing in front of us. It's like, hey, if I tell you, like, yo, your personality is being a bit abrasive now, and I'm like, I'm gonna need you to just take a step back. And some people are like, oh no, that's not me, that's not who I am. But it's like, there's instances where some of your uh, negative traits come out. But at times, it's like, people are not perfect. We never aim to be. We just try to, you know, move along with life. And like, I didn't do only characteristics of males. There's like also characteristics for females, where just generally speaking, like, empathy and compassion, communication skills, nurturing nature, collaboration and teamwork, resilience and strength, and intuition and emotional intelligence. Well, eh, I'll say communication skills on both sides because, like, some people would expect the person to know what they're thinking. Like, oh, I shouldn't have to tell you what to do or tell you how I'm feeling. Well, you should just know me. And sometimes people are straightforward, like, nah, just tell me how you are actually feeling and we can find solutions. like for me personally, I'm a solution-based person. Like if I hear a complaint or a gripe, I'm instantly already thinking, how can I solve my problem? How can this be rectified so it doesn't bother me in the back end? So that's just my quick, you know, intro and quick snippet of what my thoughts are. Just subscribe, like, join me on this journey. I'm going to improve on each episode, on each attempt, learning the intricacies of quantity and quality, and just try to focus and hone into my craft. Um, Bear with me because at times I am a one-man army in which it is a great learning experience, but just join me on this ride and I won't try to disappoint you because I'm just going to just try to be the best that I can be. Peace.